Hey! Hey there! Today I'm going to be showing you guys my Storm Hanger and Wall Crusher build for Nell and some clarification regarding my Nell's Void Erosion build. Again, I apologize for not being able to upload videos because I was busy setting up my new PC and some other stuff in real life. But now that's been taken care of, I'm back to making videos. In this video, I mentioned that I already have builds for both Wall Crusher and Storm Hanger. This included a build for Nell. However, I did not want to share that with you guys because I was right. Storm Hanger and Wall Crusher had a significant change. A lot of you also asked me if it's okay not to use weapon for the Void Erosion build. I will be addressing both in this video. Now, if you haven't already, for the other builds especially for now, please watch this video right here. And if you've read the pinned comment on that video, I mentioned that for difficult contents, replace emergency measures for HP module. I tell you guys, nothing really changed from the build because emergency measures will still deal the highest damage even if we overcap our crit rate when using Archy tuning I suggested. The only thing that will replace emergency measures is Decimator if you want to boost your second ability continuous damage. Emergency measures is for overall damage boost. Before, when Nell had a 20% crit rate bonus from passive, we had a very low critical hit rate even when using emergency measures at 84%. Now we overcap our crit rate to 118.9% and still have 96% crit rate even if we don't use emergency measures. Again, emergency measures paired with my Archy tuning is still gonna give you more damage even when crit rate is overcapped. The additional 30% bonus crit rate from passive instead of 20% from the demo just made removing emergency measures a lot better when we use HP modules against difficult content. For the clarification on Void Erosion, you can absolutely not use weapons and just simply use abilities with Secret Garden as explained in that video. The build allows you to one-shot Greg even without using enhanced focus rounds. You can even switch out amplification control for Spear and Shield or HP or Opponent Collector. It's just a matter of skill and weapon cycle and which suits your playstyle the best. Again, for the builds, check this video here and apply the additional information I provided in this video. For Nell's Wall Crusher, I've already given you my Gunner build in my Nell build video, but what I did not give you guys is the support build. The reason why is because I had nobody to test stuff out. But thanks to Hunt, I was able to confirm some numbers and nuances for Nell's bonus to weak point damage. I was able to determine that both weak point bonuses work exactly as displayed. The 35% flat weak point damage to base is applied when the enemies have the 5-stack debuff from using your second ability, and it applies similar to how Albion Cavalry Gun's critical hit rate is applied. The 35% weak point modifier from her 4th ability is also extremely good. The range of this ability is insane, as you can see in this background video. The ping there indicates that they received the buff. The idea is to boost your allies' weak point damage and you don't need to build into damage yourself. As you can see in the summary calculation here, having a Nell will boost your allies' damage. This is the supporting build for Nell against Wall Crusher. You don't really need anything except duration, range, and cooldown. You slot whatever you like for the other modules. For the weapon, we will be going with Enduring Legacy. We do not need to deal damage at all, so the build for Enduring Legacy doesn't really matter. You only need magazine count and fire rate to stack the shred quickly and reliably. Wall Crusher has similar resistance to everything in terms of weapon damage. The main difference is that Serenas will probably be running Ancient Knight or Divine Punishment, and they will have a lot more fire damage than physical damage, which gives Enduring Legacy the edge. For Nell's Storm Hanger build, we are not going to be using Hyper Focus. The reason is that Storm Hanger staggers quite easily because of the damage dealt by Nell. We get a lot more value when using Dangerous Ambush than upkeeping Hyper Focus where human error can happen, and upkeeping Hyper Focus is very difficult. Generally, this is similar to Inez versus Defiler. We get tons of cooldown so we can spam our abilities. Cooldown works the same as weapon's average shot per second. You don't even have to build your Secret Garden except with fire rate on modules and cores. The reason is so we can stack enhanced focus rounds a bit faster. The general rotation is when the battle starts, use your second ability twice so you cap your cooldown. The reason we do this is so we could stack our Quantum Domain buff, Secret Garden buff, and somewhat prep Enlightened Mage. This will get us to 7 to 8 Quantum Domain stacks, giving us some initial skill power. This is why we have maximized conservation. The reduction in skill power modifier is minimal because we already have very high skill power modifiers. This will give us a lot more quality of life and some mana for prepping. You can then use your second ability right after Storm Hanger is vulnerable because you want to recast your second ability for the cooldown after the cooldown from inversion buff runs out. This will give us a bit more damage for free since we get to cast our abilities a bit faster. Also make sure to shoot the boss to stack enhanced focus rounds and shred the boss's non-attribute resistance. You can stagger this boss almost in succession if your RNG is good. The RNG consists of critical hit triggers and resource acquisition from your first ability. The acquisition of your custom resource is heavy on the RNG side because the chance is 50% resource acquisition if your first ability hits a crit on a marked enemy. So that's 2 RNGs right there. Getting a perfect RNG will max out your custom resource for maximum 4th ability damage, plus the sooner you can use it off cooldown. So if you want a lower clear time, your checklist will be execution and RNG. If everything checks, a sub 30-second kill is possible. Again, if you want to check out the other builds for now, watch this video right here. Nothing really changes. Emergency Measures is still the best in slot in terms of overall ability damage boost. You don't need to use weapons in Void Erosion Purge, it's just preference and you can one-shot Greg without the weapons. That's it for the video guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!